Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say first.
No idea who she's dealing with.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I don't have any money for you leeches.
I'm not here for charity, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
You still use your husband's name, Edwina. Why is that?
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife and his name means something round here.
Are you aware of what happened to him?
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him. Except one of them, maybe.
What can you tell me about...
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
What can you tell...
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Really?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
What can you
I'm a businesswoman.
Gang member...
If you're...
I'm not in...
Fair enough. Stay away from us then. If you...
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
Can I see...
As long as you have money.
Someone's playing a right strange game. And I'm gonna find out who. You again.
Foolish girl and a pre-principal. No idea.
Tell me about...
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate. That's the whole story.
There has to be more to it than that.
No, really, one of us got killed, so the killer had to die. That's how things have always been done round here. No one gives a shit. You again.
Foolish girl and a
Don't you see it's an endless spiral? One day, it will be you who will be stabbed, or shot, or worse.
That's what my sweet Edwina always says, that one day I'll get it too. But she says it with the most beautiful smile, my Edwina.
Goodbye. It will be you who will be stabbed.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire. Vampire? Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night?
Good evening, Tom. You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. It would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts. Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
This place...
We get people of all sorts here.
This place...
We get people of all...
Excuse my curiosity, but...
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Goodbye, Miss...
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boo boys get what's coming to them.
So few clients. What with the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess. No?
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
I should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
Are they stupid?
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess. No?
Poor Jack. He didn't
So
deserve
few
this.
clients. What with the epidemic, no one dares go outside. to cause a problem is to start one.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood? It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So,
I patrol late at night, investigating it.
how do you...
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there... they have plenty of reasons to hide.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Goodbye.
Hallo, hallo. Ich habe die ganze Zeit mit euch geredet und habe gesehen, dass ich noch gemutet war. Hallo Tobias, hallo Nick. Nick Mains. Nick M1. Oh, hier ist Blut.
Seems like the guard of Prewin is on Sean Hampton's trail too.
All of you bitches need killing. I hear you. Burn it, boys! Die, monster! Die, vermin! I'll send you to hell. Crush the leech, boys! Die, vermin! You need killing. Die, vermin!
muss eigentlich
All the bloody leeches need killing. Want some of this? Burn it! I'll send you back in the fucking grid! Die, beast! Crush the leech! Want some of this?
It's locked, all right.
There's one of them!
Okay. Hallo, hallo? Mal schauen. Schon. Mal gucken, ob ich leveln kann. Funktioniert. Vielen Dank, Niklas. Danke fürs Bescheid geben. Würdest du sagen, das Spiel ist immer noch zu laut oder ist das Spiel laut genug? Kannst gerne auch in YouTube-Chat reinschreiben. Ich lese den auch nebenher. Hat doch eben mit euch gequatscht, also mit dir und Tobias, aber dann wart ihr auf einmal schon weg. Ich würde natürlich jetzt gerne... Ich würde jetzt gerne pennen gehen und leveln, aber dann verändert sich hier das alles wieder. Dann wird das alles viel schlimmer und viel schlechter. Aber ich bin in dem Gebiet, wo ich irgendwie gegen Level 19 oder sowas kämpfe. Level 22er Werwolf hatte ich eben. Das ist ein bisschen kacke. Kann natürlich einfach die Menschen auch einfach umbringen hier. Aber ich glaube, da wird das Gebiet auch schlechter. Der Gebiet. Whitechapel ist ganz schlimm. Ja, sie ist halt zum Zombie geworden. Zombie-Vampyr. Okay, danke Niklas. Oh, die Kohle. Nehme ich noch mit. Zack. Puh, ja, das ist eigentlich ganz gut. Komm. Na, Ausdauer. Hab ich nicht genug Punkte für. Das ist eigentlich eine geile Kraft, aber die brauche ich auch. Oh, jetzt habe ich alles zurückgesetzt. Oh mein Gott, no. Aha. Habe ich jetzt gar nichts mehr? Oh. Oh no, ich habe bestimmt jetzt voll viel Zeug verloren. Das ist gut. Das ist gut. Richtig RIP, ey. Warum so umständlich? Ich hab bestimmt jetzt voll viele von meinen scheiß EP verloren, ey. Mal gucken, ich weiß gar nicht, wie weit ich das alles hier fortgeschritten hatte. Blutkapazität. Ja, das hatte ich noch. Mehr Blut ist besseres Blut. Das habe ich nicht benutzt. Das hier habe ich irgendwie das Gefühl, dass das total scheiße ist. Was ist wehrlos? Was heißt denn wehrlos? Das kann ich aber ausprobieren. Vielleicht ist das der Broken. Wo warst du am Freitag, Niklas? Ich habe schweren Herzens auf dich gewartet. Nee, ich mach nur Spaß. Aber es war cool eigentlich. So, Ulti freigeschaltet. Mehr HP. Oh, ich hab das hier gar nicht geskillt. Ach, scheiß drauf. Ach so, okay, ja, mein Fehler, sorry. Dann habe ich das wohl überlesen gehabt. Oh, what? Er ist gesund geworden. Ist alles geblieben. Ihm geht's nicht mehr so gut. Na gut. Jetzt mal gucken, dass ich hier meine Fähigkeiten wieder. Das hätte ich gerne da. Bis dahin. Dann kann ich das ja eigentlich dahin setzen. Grillung. Ja. Mal gucken. Bestimmt verschlossen.
I
Na
cannot
klar.
enter.
Boah, wie unnötig, ey. Das ist wirklich pur Gameplay-Design, oder Game-Design. Einfach so unnötig, einfach alles in die Länge ziehen. Ja, da hinten ist wieder ein Gegner. Ja, halt die Fresse. Oh, da ist der Werwolf wieder. Nein. Der gibt mir einfach. Aua. Oh. Alter. Lass mich nur. Warum ist jetzt voll? Holy shit. Weil, das Online, ey, ich hab so die erste Mission gespielt, mich so ein bisschen damit auseinandergesetzt. Und da finde ich, also ich finde Stealthen eigentlich auch mega nervig, aber da finde ich es eigentlich echt geil. Vor allem, weil du halt ja so viele Möglichkeiten hast. Und ja auch ganz viele verschiedene Enden hast, oder halt andere Szenarien hast, wenn du einfach keine Menschen richtig umbringst. Also du kannst das Spiel ja beenden, ohne einen einzigen Menschen umgebracht zu haben. Und das fand ich dann wieder recht interessant. Hat's irgendwann mal so an einem Tag vor der Arbeit gezockt und dann dachte ich, ja geil, heute Abend kommst du nach Hause und spielst das Spiel weiter. Habe ich aber nie gemacht. Und seitdem liegt es immer noch auf meiner Festplatte. Das einzige Game von Bethesda, was ich extrem cool fand. Ich hasse diese Passagen, wo ich nicht weiß, wie ich jetzt da hinkommen soll, weil sie einfach alle Türen abschließen.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right. Natürlich wieder eine Tür. Natürlich wieder Gegners. Ja, alle umbringst, ist eigentlich easy. Guck mal, jetzt bin ich am Ende der Map angekommen. Und hier geht's auch nicht weiter. Oh, da war was. Ich bin einfach ein fucking Vampir, weißt du, ich kann mich über die halbe Map teleportieren. Da könnte ich einfach nach oben drauf. Aber ne. Das wäre zu einfach für dieses Kackspiel. Ich glaube, das habe ich schon mal gesehen. Eine Demo oder so. Hier geht's ab. Ja, müssen sie sich mal selber. Auf welcher Konsole spielst du? Oder auf Computer? No. Alter, leck mich am Arsch. Ich dachte, du bist nur Consolero, deshalb. Und dann, Alter. Boah, warte mal, ich kurz such mal was raus. Moment. Wie ging das denn noch hier? Da. Aber du bist leider nicht mehr drin. Schade. Sonst hätte ich hier sowas hier gemacht. Warte.
Laserschelle!
Ja, viele Sachen machen auch auf PC einfach mehr Sinn. Wobei ich das auch eher mit Controller spiele. Vampyr jetzt auch. Ja. Ja, ich meine, das war ja richtig krass PR-mäßig mit Skyrim, weil du dann jetzt zum ersten Mal Skyrim ja on the go spielen konntest. Ja, aber PC gibt einfach so viel mehr her, ey. Mein Onkel spielt auch einfach Skyrim und das so krass gemoddet, weil du am PC einfach alles runterladen kannst. Aber ich habe einen Xbox 360 Controller. Noch aus alten Zeiten. Hier ist so viel zu erkunden. Ich merke irgendwie ein bisschen, wie mir die Geduld langsam fehlt hier. Ich habe keinen Bock mehr. Es ist einfach nur, um das Spiel länger zu gestalten und weiter auszudehnen. Ich brauche Crafting Material. Ich muss mal weiter. Ja. Es gibt ja anscheinend so richtig krasse Mods. Also grafisch sieht das dann ja echt nice aus, was ich so gesehen habe. Guckst du nachher Fußball? Oder interessiert dich das gar nicht? Ach krass, wohin denn? Ich weiß noch, 2010 gab es auf dem Markt in Aachen eine riesige LED-Leinwand. Das war echt cool. Und dann haben wir letztes Mal auf dem Tivoli gab es ein paar Bilder gegangen, aber jetzt habe ich keine Ahnung, ob es noch so richtig geile große Events gibt. Oh, NPCs.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention?
Ja, Island war, ich war leider gestern nicht da, aber Island war scheinbar richtig geil.
But I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No. But I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
Was für eine blöde Kuh, ey.
May I ask what you do?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Of course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have
Ja,
to work a
Island ist
lot
eh so
to
richtig
earn
geil.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
Ich hab irgendwie Bock, die auszusorgen, Niklas. Was sagst du?
If you have something to say, say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh, you want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong here.
You're right. I have never suffered from poverty. But that doesn't mean I don't fight it and its consequences.
I really doubt you ever had to fight for anything in your life, Dr.
Boah, ist die
Reed.
nervig, ey. Ich würde aber leider gerne da ein bisschen mehr
You speak of strikes.
XP
and
raussaugen
class
aus der alten.
enemy.
Ey, aber das ist so
Am
umständlich
I
gemacht
right
bei
to
diesem Spiel.
assume you're involved in trade
Fast schon so
union
umständlich, dass es mich nervt.
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
Das ist ja so traurig. Jetzt gibt das Spiel mir die Möglichkeit, die ganze Kacke da zu überprüfen, man. Das interessiert mich halt einen
I'm looking
Scheiß.
for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Boah, du Arsch. Okay, Niklas. Machen wir so fertig? Gibt halt nur 1000 XP, ne? Das ist halt nicht so viel. Mal gucken, vielleicht finde ich noch was
Well,
raus, dann
I'll
sauge ich
leave
nachher
you
aus.
for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Blöde Kuh, Alter.
It's locked, all right.
Na, ihr, kann ich die auch sagen? Jetzt bin ich ja wieder hier, ey. Warte mal, vielleicht hat der noch...
Good evening, Mr.
Dr. Reed.
Ach, das ist der doof.
Goodbye.
Ich weiß nicht, ich muss schon irgendwie sagen, das Spiel hat mich so ein bisschen ehrgeizig gemacht, eben möglichst wenig Leute auszusagen. Oder ich denke mir, ich verpasse dann irgendwas, weißt du? Ursprünglich habe ich mir vorgenommen, einfach alles auszusagen, was geht. Aber irgendwie ist es schon ein bisschen interessant, am Anfang, aber du redest einfach so viel mit den Leuten und ehe du die ganzen Hinweise freigeschaltet hast, Das ist einfach ewig lang. Anti-Vampir-Plakat. Ja, ja. Oh ja, was ist mit ihr? Guten Tag.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Hallo Lottie.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about the sad saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
What can you tell me?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No, I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of...
Well, I am not someone so...
Glad to hear that.
Bla 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 bla.
And if you
Ich
get
meine, das
into
Voice
trouble,
Acting ist echt
you can
gut.
always seek help at Sean Hampton's
Und es ist auch
shelter.
gut
No
geskriptet
one
und
would
so,
dare to
aber
be violent there.
Leider ist halt das Kampfsystem echt lame.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want...
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Na gut.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Und die kann ich auch aussagen. Ich kann das ganze Dorf hier aussagen.
Seymour worries me. Something about him.
Ich bin halt erst auf Level 2 mit Aussagen. Ich weiß nicht, ob sich das auch steigert, wenn ich mehr Leute aussage, oder ob das einfach storybasiert ist. Die Bombe explodierte kurz nach Tagesanbruch vor der Munitionsfabrik Dawson & Dawson, zu dem größten Arbeitgeber des Bezirks. Die Detonation zerstörte alle Fenster der Fabriken im North-South Walk. Es grenzt an ein Wunder, dass bei dem Anschlag nur 2 Menschen gestorben sind, bestätigte Chief Superintendent Alexander Brighton. So interesting.
It's locked. It's locked.
Ja, ist alles locked hier. Ich brauche Mats. Mats. Sean Hampton, da bist du ja. Alte Keule. Lass mal hier schon alles ausfangen. Erstmal hier schön alles ausräumen, wenn er zuguckt. Hat er nämlich gar nichts mit am Hut. Oh, der Mann gequatscht hier.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Ja. Wie können Sie es wagen? Okay, er ist auch ein... Ach ja, stimmt.
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, The amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Ja, bei vielen Spielen ist es so, aber ich glaube bei dem hier irgendwie nicht. Wobei es Sinn machen würde, aber I don't know.
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
Wonders never cease. Scal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you. Yet you restrain?
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas,
Alles klar,
poor
Niklas, vielen Dank
He had a good
fürs
soul,
Begleiten auf
but was
meiner
weak in
Reise
spirit.
durch das alte
Could not
London.
shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood.
Viel Spaß gleich bei
But
Fußball.
have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
Ciao, mach's gut, Niklas.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
I will not look kindly on you if you're trying to trick me.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I surrender myself to your judgment.
6000 EP, Alter. So, ich muss mal ganz kurz auf Klo.
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further. I cannot enter. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. So that's it. These wheels control the water level. That doesn't work. That gate should shut properly now. can't believe I'm doing this. It's locked.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again! The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity. You'll learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! Power you cannot comprehend! Thy neck shall snap like a hare's brittle bones, newborn! Whence you vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name! In Friggle Banshee, the hand that crushes all! Power you cannot comprehend! Found your death in me! We shall tear thee apart and spill thy blood to the pissing wells! Down, stay down. Your blood is now mine. Foolish Ekon! Return to your apothecary and needles. I shall crush you. And thy Thine shall be a fair skull to adorn my mantle.
Return to your apothecary needles.
At least one skull escaped Fergal's wrath. The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far. How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst. This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Please, who are you? I sense your sadness.
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon, but I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves, if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Scowl.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So is it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Scowl. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. Old Bridget says you are one to trust. Keep your distance, Echo! Ascalon has stalked us for ages upon ages. How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time. You're spared again.
Ascalon has stalked us for ages upon ages.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I have so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Why did you come?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
You sought vengeance by your own hand.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Shadows?
The shadows. They heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick. Deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
Why do you live here?
Live!
What are you...
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the Guard of Priwen. The Ascalon Club.
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I...
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are Skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a Skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a Skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time. The vampire hunters! We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the Skulls, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both Skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned Skull now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skulls, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
Let's simply agree that all are one and the same. In death, I mean.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take. is my body. So saith the Lord.
Vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your cheptel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth?
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No.
I said kneel and drink. Now.